Scones make a tasty treat to have for morning or afternoon tea. They're easy to prepare and great to serve up to visitors. There's nothing like freshly baked scones with a bit of jam and cream. Just the smell of them creates a friendly atmosphere that helps to get the conversation going. What you'll need is half a cup of self-raising flour, you can use wholemeal or plain, 2 teaspoons of margarine or butter, about 1 cup of milk, a little bit of baking powder, say about 1/8 of a teaspoon, and a pinch of salt. The exact quantities don't really matter, as long as they are roughly about right. Eddy is cooking for quite a few blokes in a men's shed, so you'll notice he's using larger amounts than us. Set your oven to 220 degrees Celsius. It'll only take about 10 minutes to prepare your scones, so by then your oven should be hot and ready to go. Put the flour, baking powder and margarine into a big mixing bowl. Make sure your hands are nice and clean, then get them dirty. Use your fingers to rub the margarine or butter into the flour until it gets to be about the consistency of breadcrumbs. Plain scones are fine just as they are, but you can throw in a handful of dried fruit like sultanas or raisins or just about anything else if you want to make them a bit fancy. Next, add the milk and the egg. It can be lots of fun to mix by hand, and it helps you really get into the cooking process. Sprinkle a little bit of flour over a wooden board or your clean bench top. This will stop the dough from sticking. Take out your dough from the bowl and knead it, turning it over as you go. Then, grab a rolling pin and lightly roll the dough out. Don't squash it too much. It should be about a couple of centimetres thick. It's important to let the dough stand for a while. This allows the gluten to relax and makes your scones lighter and fluffier, as Eddy explains here.
Right after hard days of work, right, somebody give you a massage and you relax, and it's nice. Exactly the same as this.
You can cut out your scones using a scone cutter, or you can use a glass or a cup if you like. You can even just cut them out in squares with a knife if you want. Get a baking tray and lightly grease it with some margarine or butter, or you can spray on some oil, like Eddy is doing here. If you've got baking paper, you can use that instead to stop the scones from sticking to the tray. Pop the scone tray into the oven. Now, they'll need about 10 minutes to cook. You can put anything on scones, but the classic is jam and cream. Prepare the cream while you're waiting for the scones to cook. Pour a bit of cream into a bowl. You can add a sprinkle of sugar if you like. Then whip the cream using a whisk or a wooden spoon. Check your scones after about 10 minutes. Once they are turning golden brown, take them out of the oven. When you take your scones out of the oven, wrap them in a clean, dry tea towel. This will allow a nice crust to form. Serve up your scones with a bit of jam and cream, or whatever else you like. Irresistible.